What's up everybody, Danny's here and we are back at it again with another video. But before I get into it, make sure you check out all the links in the description below. So, let's talk about if Nintendo will add Nintendo DS to the Nintendo Switch Online on the Nintendo Switch 2. Now that we have GameCube games already on the Nintendo Switch. So the Nintendo GameCube is only compatible with the Nintendo Switch 2, and as you guys may know that GameCube games will not be compatible with the Nintendo Switch 1 because it only works on the Nintendo Switch 2, which I guess makes sense though. And I kind of see why Nintendo is stopped doing content update for the Nintendo Switch 1, but they'll still work on more games for the Switch 1, but I think they're going to move on to the Nintendo Switch 2. And there's a lot of games being put on the Nintendo Switch. Now they're going to move on to the Nintendo Switch 2. So I see what Nintendo is doing though, by the way. And they're going to put more and more games on the Switch 2. So don't worry about this, guys, because right now I think Nintendo might put Nintendo DS games on the Nintendo Switch 2. But let's just do some questions real quick. Which game should definitely come to the Nintendo DS, Nintendo Switch Online? I'm going to say Mario Kart DS. I almost said Mario Kart World. Yeah, I think Mario Kart World's on the Switch too, by the way. It's not on the DS, it's on the Switch too. Almost gave myself a complete mix-up, but it's okay. So, let's take a look. What else? Animal Crossing Wild World, that's another one. Animal Crossing Wild World. What else? Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. And what else? The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks and Chrono Trigger for the Nintendo DS. Plus, Chrono Trigger should have come to the SNES, by the way. It should come to the SNES. Chrono Trigger. But maybe. We'll have to see. But Chrono Trigger was for the SNES. But they also did a remade version for the Nintendo DS, which I guess makes sense though. But I kind of see why Nintendo did that though. So the Nintendo DS was first released in 2004. The original Nintendo DS. But Nintendo also released a Nintendo DSi, which was probably the best handheld to get, the Nintendo DSi. And they should add like the home menu screen when you're on the Nintendo DS online menu for the Nintendo Switch 2. So the Nintendo DS game menu should have that home menu theme for the Nintendo Switch 2, because I think Nintendo did that for the Nintendo DSi home menu theme. They should do that with the Nintendo DS Nintendo Switch Online theme when you're seeing which game to pick, which kind of makes a lot of sense though. Okay, sorry if this is taking a while for me to think which one should I talk about, but it's okay because I'm always out of ideas, but I'll find some pretty soon though. So, what I was going to say is that Nintendo will definitely have some Nintendo DS games added to Nintendo Switch Online. I forgot one. Super Mario 64 DS. I almost forgot about this game, but I think it should come to the Switch too. Super Mario 64 DS, New Super Mario Brothers, that's another one. I do like how they added in lots of cool games for the Switch. They also added in some retro games, definitely, like NES, SNES, Game Boy, N64, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo GameCube, almost forgot the Sega Genesis, and also Nintendo GameCube. But the GameCube was first released in 2001. So definitely though, once you get the Switch 2, I think you should play GameCube games on the Switch 2 before the GameCube games come to the Nintendo Switch 2. But kind of though, you can still get like the NES, SNES, Sega Genesis, Game Boy, N64, Game Boy Advance, and also GameCube games on the Nintendo Switch 2 which kind of makes a lot of sense though. So I think that's going to wrap it up here for today's video. I really hope you guys do enjoy the video. If you do, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment and share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new to this channel. Make sure to hit that bell notification every time you get notified when I post a video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace!